Hey everybody, welcome to Chit Chat 59. It's your favorite uncles, Uncle Natty and Uncle Andrew. How you doing this week, Andrew?
I mean, nothing crazy.
Well, that's great. I went to Disney.
Alright.
That was fun. Just got back today. 2-hour drive there.
This is for your birthday?
Yeah, I'm turning 28.
I couldn't imagine being as old as you.
I know, I got a lot of experience in my days.
I mean, I always told everybody I had my midlife crisis at 13. So 26 was supposed to, my 26 is supposed to be my full extent.
Yeah, somehow you're making it past.
I know, I'm already past expiration.
Oh, I got sunburned at the water park.
Oh no!
Yeah, it hurts. My shoulders hurt.
How bad is it?
Not too bad. It's just I'm never out in the sun, so I burn very easily and
You
very
white
fast.
people and your sunburns.
Yeah, I got it in the lazy river.
Well, there's your problem. You're being lazy.
I know. The sun's hot.
Hello.
And at that very moment, Andrew had to leave and spring into action, leaving Uncle Natty to carry the rest of this episode. Chit Chat 59.
I mean, I can pause. You can pause the recording.
Oh, you talking about for Audacity?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Then again, we're gonna have to cut like a minute.
Later on, Uncle Andrew did return, but he didn't hit the resume button on his recording. We never got a side of the story on this week's Chit Chat. So I'm Uncle Natty, having to come back and finish it all alone. Enjoy my birthday week, talking about me, soloing this week. Enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to Chit Chat 59. I'm Uncle Natty, one of your favorite uncles on the internet, and welcome. Today's going to be a solo video. Uncle Andrew had to rush off to go do something, and so it is just me. This week I am celebrating my 28th birthday, so thank you in advance for the congratulations. I'll be turning the big old 28. So what did I do this week? This week I took off to go to Disney. So I left, it's about a 2-something hour drive. And we went to a water park. And then we went to Animal Kingdom, and we also went to the Magic Kingdom. So let's talk about that. So we drove up, wasn't that bad of a drive. Pretty much just taking one highway all the way there. We got to the Blizzard water park since the other one is closed. And we went on a bunch of those rides. Interesting enough, I got injured immediately on my second ride there. We went tubing pretty much. The wave pool wasn't that bad, but surprisingly the water there is quite warm. You would think it'd be cold because you go in the morning, but it wasn't. They opened up at 10 o'clock. But anyways, yeah, I got injured. I got a slight scrape on my side. So we went tubing. So if you're not a big fan of stairs, don't go to this park, because in order to go down slides, you got to go up on heights. We went tubing, and we're doing each one since the lines were pretty slow. And I did the closed tube one with like the holes in it. That's the only form of light. And I got about halfway down the tube, and then I apparently rounded the corner too tightly or too fast, and I ended up flipping upside down and landing on my ass, which kind of hurt. But then I just got stuck. I was just sitting in the tube of the water slide, and then I proceeded to hold my tube with my hand, and then I had to slowly kind of just bump myself forward onto the stream of water to send myself down the rest of the tube while I was holding it. And I just started yelling, "Help! Help! Help!" while I was going down the tube. I did get a slight cut on my side. Not too bad. But it was an interesting thing, because I was not expecting to flip off my tube rounding those corners inside, especially when you're in the pure blackness of those tubes. But ultimately, it was fun. We did a bunch of just tubing. There's not a whole lot to do there. We did get the ice cream bucket there. That's a souvenir we now have for sand castles if we ever do go to the beach. Since being here in Florida, there's a bunch of them around. And then after that, we took a quick nap in our hotel room, and then we went to Magic Kingdom. We wanted to do a bunch of rides, but they were packed. I really do mean they were packed. excessively. We did Pirates of the Caribbean, and then what else did we do? I'm trying to remember. It happened so fast. We're only there for 2 or 3 hours, so we didn't get to do a whole lot. And most places were closing. We were gonna stay for the fireworks, but we chose not to. We were too tired, and there was a lot of people there, and we wanted to beat everyone to the buses, so we ended up skipping it. I want to do the Tron ride. If Uncle Andrew ever comes down to Florida and goes to Disney, I know he's talked about wanting to. I think he would love doing the Tron ride. My girl doesn't like high roller coasters in high places, sadly enough. Then we went to bed. Woke up the next day. We went to the Animal Kingdom, which surprisingly opened up at 8, but then they closed super early at 6. But we weren't gonna stay until 6. We stayed until about 3. Where we went to the Magic Kingdom. We didn't do the Avatar ride, the Flying the Skies one, just because it was a 90-minute wait. A 90-minute wait. Which those wait times are hit and misses. Sometimes they're over-evaluated and sometimes they're under-evaluated, but assuming since this is the most popular ride, they're over-evaluated, or actually under-evaluated. So we weren't going to wait an hour and a half. I don't care enough about amusement parks to want to do a long ride just to say I did it. But we went around, we saw the animals, we did the water canoe Avatar one, and I will say the animatronics on that are pristine. They are amazing. My girl also told me that they were shutting down Dino Land. Apparently they're going to make it Indiana Jones, so if you want to see the Dino Land, see it before they shut down fully for renovations. We then proceeded to see the time traveling dinos, which is probably the second most funnest thing you can do. It is the most funnest thing you can do, excluding the animals thing for rides anyways. But yeah, no, we went time machining. That was fun. It wasn't that bad of a wait. I think it was like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I then went on their Everest ride, which apparently is their scariest ride there. It actually wasn't that scary, to be honest. You're mostly in the dark. She did not go on it. They had a single person rider one, and I had a dude right next to me who apparently has gone on it before. I did not know anything about this ride. I just knew it had a very steep drop. Apparently it was 85 feet or something like that. It didn't feel like it. It felt like it only lasted like 3 seconds, that drop. But it was very fun. You go up to Mount Everest, and then you go backwards. You fly backwards, and then you see a Yeti, and then you fly down the drop, and you go into a little swirl, and then it's over. It was very fast. The ride is very short, but it was very fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat just to do it. I had a blast doing that, and then we proceeded to go eat. We ate at I want to say the most expensive one. It was like $80 a person. It was a buffet. Basically the whole appeal of it is you get to see the characters in costume. So I got to see Goofy. I got to see Donald, which I didn't care for. I love Goofy. Everybody knows me. I love Goofy. Goofy's my favorite among all of them. I get my picture with him whenever I can. I have a Goofy hat signed by Goofy. But we did see Mickey. We saw Donald. We saw Goofy and whatever Donald's girl is called, Quacketeer or something like that. The food was okay. I'm not big into African food. It's very spicy. Their meats are very spicy, and then their treats are very fruity. They're just not my thing. But yeah, it costs about $80 a person for us. I told the lady I wanted no ice. I don't like ice in my soda or my drinks. I'm not a big fan of cold drinks. She gave me ice anyways. I was just like, okay, $80 to have ice in my drink. I know it's not that big of a deal. I'm just saying. I asked and I did not get. You still got tipped the same. I'm just saying. Your job would have been easier, but I guess muscle memory. After that, we saw the gorillas. Harambe Park or whatever it's called. Yeah, they named it after Harambe. Rest in peace. Dicks out for you. I love you. I'll see you whenever I die. R.I.P. Harambe. We went, saw all the animals. We saw the gorillas, we saw the hippos, we saw the zebras. That was fun. And then we went on the ride where you get to go around the land itself, where the animals roam kind of free. You know, the dangerous ones have, you know, moats around them so that, you know, they can't kill you. So that was fun. A dude kept standing up in the back, kept getting yelled at, kept delaying us. That was annoying. But it was fun. It is a very scenic amusement park. If you are someone who is a big fan of rides, I do not recommend. You will love it. You'll like it. But if you are someone who's like me, who loves just chilling and just looking at things, it'd be your go-to. Same thing with the water park. I love the lazy river. I was probably in it for like 2 or 3 hours that day. I love just chilling. I didn't buy one of those waterproof bags, so I couldn't bring my phone into the lazy river. I wanted to chill out with music in my ear, but I could not. But yeah, no, we did Animal Kingdom, and then we drove back here, and then I finished signing my lease for my new place. So I will be moving out of this place where I'm currently at in less than a month, and I'm very excited. I have the people coming to pick my couches up to get rid of them because they are old and they were hand-me-downs and I don't like them. They are going to be getting rid of those, and basically I'm just packing everything up now and cleaning up the place before I leave. It's all nice and tidy and ready to go. Also, by the way, if anybody who is buying or renting that requires a lease or a form of paperwork for you to sign, normally most people don't read the terms and conditions of like apps and stuff like that. I do recommend you reading your leases. Even though I signed this one, someone who I know was signing on and they didn't read their lease, and so they didn't understand how the whole entire place worked, about the cleanliness and all that, and they were actually going to bring their reptile to their lease, not realizing that they thought that no pets allowed meant no cats and dogs. While in their lease it says birds, reptiles, insects, all types of mammals and whatnot, and they didn't realize it, and they couldn't bring their reptile with them, and it would have been $100 fine for the first occurrence and then $10 a day until they got rid of it. Or they could have paid the $300 non-refundable fee. Just read your leases. I know some people don't, and they just sign because they're excited to either move, accept, or whatever. But always make sure you read. Like my lease, I was reading through it. Like, you can only take your trash out. Apparently, we have to pay for valet trash. Someone comes around and takes your trash to your trash can for you if you don't want to. You gotta pay it regardless if you choose. And they only come collecting it for like 2 hours a day, which is like 5 to 7, which is insane. I think it should be bigger than that. There's a lot of apartments around me. And then you have to bring your trash can in by like 9 a.m. or something like that. It's like 9 or 10. Or else you get like fined, or they take your trash can away from you or something. It's very weird. Apparently a lot of places are like this. I wouldn't know. It's gonna be my first time with like a lease with people I've never known. But it is interesting. I'm finally moving in with my girl. But yeah, no, I was reading through the whole thing. We have to pay all the utilities, and I'm figuring all that out. I gotta budget manage it all, because I gotta figure out, you know, who do I have to pay where and what and when, and now I gotta figure out movers. I'm most likely gonna move everything myself. The only thing I really need help with is the bed. I have a king-size bed, and that thing is a beast of a weight that I cannot carry by myself. I can theoretically just drag it across the floor. I do have one of those protective covers that keeps bed bugs and all that out. But we will see. Yeah, I don't trust bed bugs being near me, so I got one of those thingamajiggies. I had bed bugs back in my old place a long time ago, probably about 5 to 7 years ago. I don't know where they came from. Probably from the people upstairs, because they were freaking filthy. Oh my god. They did not. They had trash all over the place. But anyways, yeah, I had bed bugs a long time ago. Ever since then, I had a phobia of bed bugs. So I took one of those bed bug covers. I'm pretty sure if I just slid that across the floor, I wouldn't need movers. It's just super heavy. A king mattress is. But yeah, my sofas are going away. Everything's getting packed up. It's this would be my 3rd time moving in my entire life. I moved when I was 18. Then I moved from New York to Florida into this place. Then I'll be moving again. This will be my 3rd time. It's quite interesting, but I do have the vehicle for it. I went from a Focus to a Murano. Now I have a lot more room. Ultimately, it was a good week. I'm turning 28 May 3rd. Wishing me a happy birthday. But yeah, I'm just cleaning. Oh, I went to see Revenge of the Sith. And Borderlands 4 came out, but I didn't see the trailer for that yet. But I did go see Revenge of the Sith in theaters for the first time. I've never technically finished the movie on my own or at all. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. But my girl is, and she wanted to go see it in theaters. Since obviously me and her were way too young to go see it in theaters ourselves back when it came back in, I think, 2004, 2005. It was a blast. It was very funny knowing how many memes and events came out of that movie alone. But yeah, I had a fun week. I hope you guys did too. If anything, I'm Uncle Natty. Uncle Andrew will be back next week. And we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.